Hey, I'm live. I'm Veronica. How are you? Got my kitty here. She wanted to say hi while people arrive. This is Marin. She is 16 years old and she is happy. She is purring. So I'm going to start with some announcements and then we're going to go into sort of a Q&A session about how to get your greatest desire. I figured that it sort of covered all topics. She's going to get down. Try to fix the light a little bit. Sun is coming in. Okay, that didn't really work. Oh well. Okay, so first announcement. I've got a copy of my paperback book here. It's actually going to someone who won the Veronica Raffle. It is going to be autographed. I give away a free paperback book on my raffle, but I just wanted to show it. It's really cool, right? Look, there's a picture of me on the back. Anyways, I don't just offer Kindle ebooks. I actually have actual real paperback book, and this is what it looks like. I actually only have it for my first 2 books though, so do keep that in mind if you actually like a real book to look at. And to the lucky person who's going to be getting it, I will be mailing this out this week. So if you've been waiting, it won't be too much longer. Okay, what else do I have here? I also have It's one of my most favorite things in the world. It's my happy juice. So I just wanted to recommend, if you are looking for a way to have your body feel better, which will help influence your mind to be able to think clearer, there's something called cold pressed juice, and it's amazing. And I get these from a place called Fruve Express Juicery. It's in Chicago. But these are my 2 favorites, and I'm actually going to drink these today after we do the live session, not during the session, because then I'm going to have to get up and pee, and I don't want to do that. So I was just showing them. This one's a heartbeat juice. It's beet juice, and I found it actually is amazing for many health issues, and this one is a green machine, and they're both super delicious. And what else? Oh, I have here. Did I lose it? Huh. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I don't have the cover because I just moved. Well, I moved in June, but the unpacking process has been really slow. But this is a movie called Serendipity. I have no idea what happened to my cover, but I have the actual thing. And I wanted to say, if you've never seen this movie, definitely watch it. It is amazing and uplifting. And the thing I love about this movie is how many different obstacles they encounter before they actually get to be together, and the fact that they always felt like they were meant to be with one another. What I love about this movie is, well, one of the moments that I really love is when he tracks her down. I feel like he flies somewhere and he looks through the window of what he thinks is her house. Well, it is her house, but he doesn't know that she's away on vacation. And he actually sees her sister with a guy, and he thinks that this is her with a guy, and he gets all disappointed and crushed and thinks that she's happily with someone else, but it actually isn't true. The reason why I love this moment is because he's looking at appearances and he's making his own judgment on them, but he's completely wrong. And this isn't her, and she isn't really in love with someone else. In the movie, I think she ends up not committing to getting married with this other guy because he's not who she really wants to be with. But the point I'm trying to make is there's misunderstandings, and they end up coming together anyway. And I love the fact that he canceled his wedding. He's supposed to be married to someone else, and he ends up canceling it. And the interesting thing about it is he doesn't even cancel it because he's canceling it for this other person who he really feels like he's meant to be with. Because at this point, he actually thinks she's taken. He cancels it because he knows this is not the person who he's meant to be with. So I love the fact that, and then she thinks he's going to be getting married and she goes to it, but then she finds out that he had canceled the wedding. Anyways, I'm just kind of paraphrasing. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. But in any case, if you're looking for something uplifting that will make you happy, it's called Serendipity. It's with John Cusack and Kate Beckinsale. And it is wonderful. And it doesn't really talk about the law of attraction. It actually kind of talks about this idea of destiny. I don't really believe in destiny. I feel like we make our own destinies. But I love the way it does speak about the law of attraction. Do I have any other announcements? Oh, one more announcement. It is actually a casting call that I'm going to be making. It is for a documentary feature film that is going to be filming, I believe she said Berlin, but I think that it's open to interpretation if you're in the European area. So basically, it is a psychedelic expansion of consciousness feature documentary. And they're looking for people to be interviewed that have stories to tell. And I am going to give the email address if you want to contact. I'm going to put it right here. It's crossingoverdoc.casting@gmail.com. And they are looking, I think they want a short paragraph and a photograph and with your story and perspective. So if you have like a law of attraction type story, or you believe in things related to psychedelics or anything interesting like that, definitely contact them. And you want to be in a movie, contact them and see what can be done. Okay, so I think we have gone over all of my announcements. Another thing, if you are looking for something valuable to do, I would highly recommend volunteering. I actually volunteered for an organization called Help Save Pets. It is in the Chicago area, and it is a no-kill shelter, and I volunteered at their adoption event last Saturday. It is fun to volunteer for the animals, the children, you know, for battered women. Just volunteer. It honestly, if you're looking for something to do with your time, I hear a lot of you say that you have so much time on your hands that all you do is think, and that's when you think about the things that you shouldn't be thinking about and worrying about and analyzing. Go volunteer. It'll make you feel like you're giving back, and the universe loves things like that. Okay, so I think I've talked about everything I needed to talk about. I wanted to give people a chance to arrive too. And, oh, one more thing. I am going to be filming a video after I do this live session, and it is going to be a sequel to my video. It's going to be a new series, how to get someone to stop ignoring you. So that was a really popular video I made. I'm going to end up making this a series because I haven't done a series in a long time. So I thought, why not? Let's do it. And that'll be released sometime tonight. Okay. So now let's get on to some questions because I want to help you. And I like your questions because it helps me help you. I can identify what the missing link is in your life, where you're struggling, because for everybody it's kind of different. So I'm looking forward to helping some of you. And I'm just going to take some questions at random and let's do it. Okay. Wish me it's my birthday. Happy birthday. I love it. It's your birthday. That's awesome. I hope you have a wonderful day. Is it possible to get someone back that was never in a relationship with you, but you were headed in that direction and he pulled away? Yes, 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 yes. I've been visualizing, but it doesn't seem to be working. I bet your visualizing is actually working better than you think. The thing about visualizing is it's like planting a seed. And you plant a seed and you got to nurture it. You got to give it sunshine and water and let it grow. You can't just assume it's not working. Because honestly, when you put a seed in a pot with that soil, it looks like nothing is going to happen. I mean, it doesn't really look like this can actually create anything. And then stuff grows. So it's really the same way. I mean, if you were never in a relationship, that's okay. You can attract a relationship. Instead of imagining he's pulling away, imagine him coming towards you. Feel like it's working. Get some self-confidence, self-worth going on. Realize why you deserve to be in a relationship and why he needs to run to you instead of pull away from you. Okay, next question. How to manifest a goal within a deadline. Oh, that's a good one. In fact, I have a video that is manifesting under a deadline. I wonder if I can put links if I reference them. Well, if someone can look up the link for me and put it in the comments, that'd be cool. Okay, so how to manifest under a deadline, because I had an experience like that before where I was going to lose my house in Florida and I manifested under a deadline and I did it. Now, for an exam, I mean, you just want to feel like no matter what, everything is going to be okay. And this isn't accepting defeat, but what you're doing is you're saying, you know what? I'm going to be okay, and I am releasing all resistance. I am allowing a good outcome to happen. I am allowing it to happen. And if you have to study for an exam, don't cause yourself all of this stress thinking you have to cram in all of this studying and create anxiety. Instead, try to feel relaxed and mostly determined. Feel like you deserve a good result. You deserve this outcome. And kind of align with it in terms of determination, because a lot of times when you have to manifest under a deadline, it's kind of impossible to be happy. In fact, I wasn't really happy in my video when I talked about manifesting under a deadline. I was really upset, but I was determined that a different outcome could happen, and I really think that's why it came to be. I had one question. Okay, how do we get an admission in a specific college and score the admission cutoff? Okay, for getting into a college, you know what I would do is I would imagine yourself being able to attend there. Like, think of it as your school. Think of it as where you belong. Think of it as what you deserve to be doing. So instead of getting all wrapped up of what you need to do in order to get accepted, feel like it's already a part of who you are. And it's just like a part of your path. Feel like it's part of where you see your life headed. And even think of it as like the school you went to. So you're thinking 10 years in the future. You're like, wow, that's a school I attended. And imagine that's how you get in. But when you want something really, really badly, try to keep it in a good perspective and feel like your life is going to be amazing no matter what. This releases resistance. You do want to release resistance. Yay, I manifested this today, and to actually catch it in time. I think that was in response to someone else. Sometimes I can't concentrate. Okay. For concentration, that's why I suggested this juice. Because sometimes your body can interfere with your ability to concentrate. So whenever you feel it's hard to concentrate, I would actually try to take care of your physical body, because a lot of times that can be playing a part in your ability to concentrate on things. And a lot of times it's just really, you want to stop trying so hard. So when you're trying so hard to focus on something, usually that's when it's really difficult to focus on it. Like if you're trying to remember something really, really badly, you're like, I know it's there. I know this. Why can't I think of it? And then you just give up, and then it pops into your head. So relaxation is key. I just broke up with my boyfriend a few hours ago. I'm sorry. He said he sees no future for our relationship. I want to get over him fast. Okay, how do you get over someone? I think, well, you have to comfort yourself. If you just broke up with someone, that's pretty fresh, just a few hours. You have to comfort yourself that there's something better for you, that everything happens for a reason. If you want to move on from him, you definitely can. Just imagine that you deserve better, and that better is in fact coming. How to make our goals successful. See it as something that you can attain. I mean, everyone attains goals. I think that, you imagine something as a goal because it's something you believe you possibly can do, although you don't know if you actually can succeed. And the funny thing is when you succeed in a goal you didn't think you necessarily could succeed in, it's the best feeling in the world. I think that's why we do this to ourselves a lot of times, because we want to see what we can actually achieve. How to get a marriage proposal. Well, I think you want to see yourself capable of being married. See yourself as someone who's taken. I think it's Neville Goddard who says to imagine a ring on your finger. That is definitely something. I mean, see yourself as heading in this direction. This is a part of your path. This is a part of your life. This is a part of who you are. Honestly, in terms of thinking about the law of attraction, it's really just cause and effect. You see it as something that you could experience, thus aligning with it. You just allow it to come into your path. A lot of times we get in our own way, so we sort of complicate the process by doubting it, by trying to fix it, by not allowing it to just come freely. If you can just flow with the moment and think that everything is working with you instead of working against you, that is going to be the very thing that's going to allow it to come to you faster. So I know a lot of you are like, I want it fast. I want it now. How do I get it right now? It's by not judging anything in your life as working against you. Because a lot of times you all will visualize, and then you will judge the things in your life and say, well, the visualization isn't working. Look at this, look at that. It's all working against me. Instead, visualize and say, oh, wouldn't it be wonderful if this happened? And then whatever's coming into your life, say, well, that must somehow be working in my favor. That must somehow be working towards me. Instead of the opposite, and then you get all discouraged and self-defeated and say, well, this isn't working. I'm farther away than I should be. Just don't judge anything. Just be like, I thought of it. I aligned with it. It could be mine. I imagined it. So now it's just going to come. It's going to come at the right time. And I'm not going to judge when it comes, because it doesn't matter. As long as it comes, who cares? I'm just going to have a good time no matter what. That's the easiest way to get something to happen. The more lighthearted and playful that you can be about it, the faster it comes, and it can come quick. You don't have to wait a long time. Is it okay when I have started loving and appreciating myself more, I lose a longtime friend because we do not serve each other's lives anymore? Sometimes a friendship just ends. Well, I mean, is this a friendship you want to continue? I mean, you can. I mean, it's okay to end a friendship if you just try to feel like you're in control. Because I think that, I mean, everyone's learning and growing and being different. And we don't always have the same friends as we did 10 years ago or 5 years ago. We won't always have the same friends now as in 5 years, and that's okay. But I think that if you want to keep this friend, then believe you can. If you want to move on from this friend, that's okay too. I would try to believe in yourself and believe in your intuition, believe in your gut feelings, and believe that you are making the right choices. If I've been having good progress and then no progress, is it because I created resistance? Now, I think that progress happens in stages. I don't think it happens in a linear fashion. I think it tends to jump around. And this jumping around doesn't mean you're doing something wrong. So don't automatically come to the conclusion that you must have messed up and are creating resistance. Obviously, be aware of not creating resistance, but I think you need to be your own inner support system a lot. You need to believe in yourself. You need to believe that you are capable of doing this. You need to be a cheerleader for your own team inside of your mind. You cannot be working against you inside of your mind. So I think that this is something really important to remember. And don't automatically assume you're doing something wrong. If you've had some good results, say, you know what, more are coming. And honestly, when it rains, it pours. And, sometimes there's these little lulls. I always compare it to losing weight, because if you've ever tried to lose 20 pounds, what happens is you'll lose 5, and then you'll be doing the same thing, and then no more weight will come off. Sometimes you even gain a pound back, but yet you're still cutting the calories, and you're like, oh my God, this shouldn't be happening. This is awful. But then what happens? Then you suddenly lose another 5 pounds or something weird like that, like those weird plateaus. And I feel like the law of attraction is like that. You'll get some good stuff, and then it'll kind of pause for a little while. Even though you're doing the same things, you're still in a good feeling. And it'll just kind of pause for a little bit. Sometimes it'll even appear like it's going backwards, like that 1 pound weight gain. But then it'll just speed up again. And you kind of just have to stay true to the desired result, even if the results aren't coming consistently, because they never really do. They're never steady, kind of jump around. And that's okay. That's how life is. And I think that's what makes life fun. Again, we're supposed to see contrasts so we can appreciate things more. Imagine it if we always had all of the greatest things in the world and we'd just be at one spot, one level. And that would just be normal. It wouldn't be good, wouldn't be bad. It would just be blah. It would be so boring, even though we'd be experiencing all this elated stuff all the time, like the greatest of the great, but it'd just be all on the same scale. But now, when we have these wonderful high moments up there, and then sometimes we have the low moments. When we're at the high moments, we know we're not at the bottom moments, so the high moments feel really, really, really good. And I think you could have more good moments than bad moments, but I don't think anybody has no bad moments, even sort of law of attraction gurus. I mean, I don't think anyone never has a bad moment. Because again, you wouldn't appreciate anything. You wouldn't know. You would just have no concept of happiness. Okay. Hi, Rebecca House. And somebody else said, hi, Rebecca. Let's see. Should I wish a happy birthday to my specific person? That is an interesting one, especially if you're doing no contact. Should you wish happy birthday? Well, I think it's always good to recognize someone on their birthday. So if you do decide to reach out and say happy birthday, I would keep it simple, basic, and don't even expect a response back. Because I think a lot of times what happens if you're trying to attract a specific person and it's their birthday, and you send a message and they don't respond, it crushes you. You feel like you did something wrong. You feel all resentful. It puts you in this horrible state of mind. So don't be attached to the response. If you're going to send a message, send it from a standpoint of unconditional love. I just want to wish this person a happy birthday just because it's their day, and I just want to be a part of recognizing them for that. So definitely do that in an unattached way. And I think this works also in terms of if there's been no contact and you suddenly get the urge to say hi to somebody, do it from a standpoint of being unattached to the result. And that's usually when they respond back in a favorable way, is because you were unattached. So being unattached works really with all things. How to get unblocked on social media. Well, I think you want to feel your situation as open, honest, easy. you want to feel like you can be communicating again. And one thing you definitely don't want to do is you don't want to keep checking to see if you're blocked, because then you just stay in the state of feeling like you're blocked. Instead, just be almost oblivious to social media in a way. Feel like you deserve to communicate with this person and be a part of their world on social media and be a part of their life, because a lot of times you want to be unblocked because you want to be a part of this person's actual life, not just because you want to be a part of their social media life. You want to be a part of their actual life. Okay, so you know what we're going to do now? We are going to do a few what if statements. Some of my what if videos are kind of popular, so does anyone have a good idea for a what if statement? And I will throw out some good positive what if ideas out there. Does anyone have a good topic? Nobody's offering me a topic. How can I make letting go easier? Well, I'm trying to think of something like what if, like going out on a date or being back with someone. Like, what is a good what if topic? What if my specific person came? Okay, we'll just do a specific person one, because I think that really relates to a lot of people who are on this channel right now. I think the specific person desire is one of the biggest things that I'm addressing. So, what if I no longer had to worry about attracting my specific person anymore? What if that was my reality? What if I thought of more positive things about them than negative things? What if I could get back into the state of mind about what it was like when I first knew them, when I first heard of them, when I first desired to be with them? What if I could keep it as simple as that before all of this extra baggage came into play? What if every time I thought of this person, it was easy and light because I knew that they were a part of my destiny, a part of my future stories? What if I was able to make wonderful, happy memories with this person? What if they were thinking about me right now in a way that would blow my mind? These are some good examples. Let's see, X back. Let's do an X back one. So what if my ex was actually planning to call me right now? What if my ex had actually already almost called me, but then decided not to, and that the moment they were actually going to call me was coming soon? What if my ex was sorry for all the times that they hurt me and was looking forward to making things up to me? What if my ex wanted the same things I do, and that we actually could come together in beautiful ways, in ways that were better than our relationship before? What if this time apart was actually better because we could learn and grow and be able to love each other in a more genuine way, in a way that's more complete and better than it ever was before? Okay, oh, we got some hearts. I guess we like this one. I hope that those hearts were in response to me. I don't know. Some people seem to be having some conversations over there, so I don't know. Can we do one more what if topic? Are there any other topics we want, or we just like the X and the specific person? Oh, I like this one. What if I never remembered the bad times with my specific person? That's a good one. See, in creating these what ifs, a great way to do this is to really play upon your fears, because the negative what ifs come so easily. So if you're looking for what ifs to do, definitely use your fears as a guideline. So if you're saying, what if he never contacted me again? You flip it around and you say, what if he contacted me all the time? Another one of my favorite ones is what if my ex learned about the law of attraction and started attracting me back? Isn't that a good one? You sort of flip the tables. You turn the tables. I think that's the expression. What if I worked for myself? That's a good one. What are some books you recommend reading? I honestly never read, unfortunately. Well, I mean, I would definitely suggest Neville's books. I mean, I've definitely read those before in the past. I'm not actually reading anything right now, but things I've read in the past, because lately things have gotten so busy for me that honestly, all I really do is talk to people online and do coaching sessions, that sort of thing. So I don't really have time to read, but I would suggest E Squared is a great book. The Neville books, and all of those are free. There's also another one, I want to say like Genevieve Brand. I might have that wrong. But there is so many books in the public domain that are about like 100 years old or so. And you can get so many free books on the New Thought era. It's not called The Law of Attraction. But if you look, like there are a gazillion books that you can read for free. And it's really exciting. I mean, I think some people try to profit on that, but they're all free. So definitely don't buy the ones that require you to purchase them. But I mean, there's so many free books. I would recommend anything like that because that can put you in a wonderful state of mind. It can put you in, it can calm you down if you're having an anxious moment. Because in terms of manifesting a desire, we all have anxious moments because we want it so, so badly and we want it now. So anything that can make you pause and stop and take control of the moment and realize it's possible would definitely be something good to read. And obviously any of my books too. I think that I try to talk in a conversational way. And I do have 5 books. Let me show it again. This is my first book, How to Get Your Ex Back in 25 Days. We also have the 25-day challenge. And I mean, I talk in a really conversational way, an approachable way. Obviously somebody like Neville Goddard, he lived not in our modern day. So who knows what his lectures would sound like if he adopted the speech patterns of people today. What if about a third party? Oh, this is a good one. Let's do this one. In fact, I should make a video on this one because I feel like a lot of you are dealing with a third party and you don't know exactly what to do and you end up focusing on it. And I always say don't focus on it, just focus on you and him or you and her, but it always ends up coming back to the third party. So I should address this. Okay, so what if the third party didn't have to exist anymore? This person just went off and did their own thing. What if the third party actually fell in love with someone else and was never heard from again? What if my special person realized the third party was the complete opposite of what they were actually looking for? What if they realized that I was actually the better choice and had always been the better choice and they were just wasting their time with this third party? What if this third party was no threat to me? What if this third party actually helped me because it showed my specific person how much better I was? And this third party was actually helping me all the time. I thought this third party was hurting me, and this third party was actually helping me all along, and I didn't even know it. What if I never even had to utter the words third party anymore? I totally moved beyond it because it was no longer a part of my life. And I forgot that those words actually were ever a trigger point for me. What if I no longer worried because I knew my worth, how wonderful I was, and how I was the obvious clear choice all along? Now, I want to say an interesting movie that deals, I guess, with a third party in some way. There's a movie called Some Kind of Wonderful. Now, the reason why I like this movie and the reason why I'm going to recommend it is because it's a 3-way situation. So there's a guy and he's got a best friend who's a girl, and the girl is in love with him. They're friends. A lot of you are dealing with this type of situation. Now, the guy tries to pursue this other girl who he thinks he's in love with, and she's like really popular at school. And this is a high school movie, by the way. But I do like high school movies. They're fun, and I think that, you know, in terms of love, this type of thing can really uplift you. But I think this movie came out in 1987. It's with Eric Stoltz, Mary Stuart Masterson, and Leah Thompson, I think. In any case, what I love about this movie is the ending. The guy ends up choosing his best friend, the girl, and it's like almost like a third party thing. The girl, you know, she sort of gives up and runs away, and she's crying in the rain, and he chases her down, and, you know, they have a wonderful moment, and she gets the diamond earrings. It is a great movie. And if you've seen it, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen it, you probably those things don't mean anything to you. But the point of it is they're friends, and she ends up winning him, even though there's this other girl that's a competition. Doesn't end up meaning anything. So it's a good movie to watch in terms of if you're trying to turn a friendship into a romantic thing and dealing with a third party. Okay. So, oh, John Hughes. Someone put it in hearts. Okay, so I think I blabbered for enough today. I am going to be making a video. I have not ditched my regular videos, so don't worry. I'm not just going to do these live sessions, but I thought these live sessions would be a fun way to address some questions, and I'm trying to tweak them and make them good. So if you have any suggestions, contact me. But I like to be able to hang out with you and support you live. I want you to know that you can achieve your desires. Your dreams can come true. And it's okay if there's contrast right now. It's okay if you have nothing to suggest that these things can actually happen. Because again, that's the beauty of manifesting. That's when the thing that you want becomes a miracle, when it does happen. And experiencing a miracle is one of life's greatest pleasures. So the point is, if there wasn't this contrast, if there wasn't this absence of, evidence that this desire could happen, it wouldn't be nearly as special when it does happen. It wouldn't feel like nearly as much of an accomplishment. So don't resent the fact that you don't have any evidence of this whatsoever in your life right now. Instead, embrace it, because then when you build, it's like you've built something out of absolutely nothing. And you go on to experience this great result, and it becomes this great accomplishment. One of my other kitties wants to say hi. Oh, he's what's wrong, Rocky? Oh, I guess he doesn't want to say hi. I guess he's camera shy. I don't know. I've never really seen Rocky do that before. That was really uncomfortable. Okay, that was not intended. That's the interesting thing about live, is you can't edit out the bad parts. Okay. But hopefully I'm fun and funny. Okay. Let's see, there's a lot of questions still. Well, I mean, people are giving me hearts and happy faces. And I want to say you can feel free to contact me at VeronicaIsles@gmail.com. And I do offer one-on-one coaching. So if you do want to do a session like this, I do face sessions through Skype. So I'm happy to do that. I do phone calls and emails too. And I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you're looking forward to hearing from me, I will probably be sending you an email soon. And do look forward to that video tonight. I will be releasing that and filming it now. Okay, so I hope you have a wonderful day. Go out and get your desires. You are meant to have them. That's why you have a desire, because it's possible. You don't have it so it can mock you and make you miserable. You have it so you can achieve it, and it can be wonderful. And that's why you have no evidence of it right now, because you're not supposed to. Because again, that's why when it happens, it'll be amazing. And that's the point of life, to create something out of nothing. And hopefully next time Rocky will say hi. Okay, have a wonderful day. Bye.